Good morning, students. I welcome you all in science class. In our previous class, we were discussing about the steps involved in wool production. I hope you all remember. I had discussed about the 3 steps. First one was regarding the shearing process. What happens in shearing process? The sheep's body's hair, it is getting shaved off, isn't it? And this process is known as shearing. What happens here? Their fleece along with the thin uppermost layer of skin is shaved off. This we call as shearing, and it is particularly done during the early summer so that they can survive without the coating of hair. The second process was scouring. Scouring में क्या होता है? The sheared skin, that is the shaved off skin, they are washed thoroughly in tanks to remove grease, dirt, dust, etc. This process is known as scouring. Scouring means washing. Okay. Third point I had discussed that day was after scouring. What happens? After scouring, hair are graded and sorted. In the factories also, the hair of different textures are separated, isn't it? I had discussed this, that after scouring, the hair are graded according to the texture, according to the grade wise they are separated, they are sorted. Okay, so these were the 3 steps. The 4th step we will be discussing here in this video, from the 4th step. Okay, the 4th step involves the small soft fluffy fibers called fuzz, that we call as burrs, are separated from the hair. As I told you that the hair, they are graded and sorted, isn't it? They are separated texture wise. Okay, means different textures of hair, they are getting separated accordingly, isn't it? In these hairs there are small, very small, okay, there are small soft fluffy fibers, and these small soft fluffy fibers are known as fuzz. F-U-Z-Z, fuzz. The other name for fuzz is burrs, B-U-R-R-S. Okay, so these are also present. So what happens? These fibers, the small soft fluffy fibers known as the fuzz, they are meant to be separated from the hair. Hair से इनको separate करना है. Okay, so they are meant to be separated from the hair. The remaining fibers are again sorted and dried. I will repeat this point. What happens? After scouring, hair are graded and sorted, they are separated. Okay, according to different texture, they are separated. After separation, there remains the small soft fluffy fibers. These small soft fluffy fibers called fuzz are also removed. They are also separated from the hair. After separating from the hair, the remaining fibers are again scoured and dried. Means they are again washed and dried. I hope I am clear. 5th point. The fleece of goat and sheep is white, brown or grey. Here also that the fleece of goat and sheep, they are of 3 different colors. They are white, brown or grey. Particularly white, brown and grey color की होती है. But at this stage, the fleece, when they are taking out the fleece, when they are having the fleece, they are of 3 colors, white, brown or grey. At this stage, it is easy for them to dye in desired color. Okay, so at this stage only, here only, it is dyeing is done. Okay, whatever color they desire for, that color, with the help of that color, they are then dyed. Next point, the 6th one is the dyed fibers are then passed through metal teeth to straighten them. Okay, can you see the picture over here? I hope it is visible to you all. There is metal sheath also, and what happens in the metal sheath? Straightening is going on. Straightening occurs over here. So this process is known as carding. I hope you all understand now. Carding, sorry, C-A-R-D-I-N-G. Okay, the dyed fibers, they are passed through the metal teeth in order to straighten them, and this process is known as carding. In this figure 3.6, you are able to see this. This is carding. Okay, then they are further combed and rolled into yarn. Okay, Again, after that, after the carding process, after the straightening process, these fibers are then combed. They are, after combing, they are then rolled into yarn. Can you see the picture over here? This is the rolling fibers into yarn, this picture. Okay, they are combed, then they are rolled into yarn. The threads of wool are formed by spinning 2, 3 or 4 strands of wool together. Okay, the threads, we have got the threads over here. Can you see here? We have got the threads over here. Okay, and these threads of wool, they are formed by spinning 2, 3 or 4 strands. How? It is formed by spinning 2, 3, 4 strands of wool together as required. अगर पतला चाहिए तो 2 strands होंगे, 2 strands को लेकर ये लोग स्पिन करेंगे. अगर 3 चाहिए, अगर उससे थोड़ा सा मोटा चाहिए तो 3 strands, they will be using 3 strands. अगर उससे भी ज्यादा मोटा चाहिए, then they will be using 4 strands to make the thread of wool. I hope I am clear. Okay, so I will repeat this point again. The threads of wool are formed by spinning 2, 3 or 4 strands of wool together. So these are the strands. These are not the wool thread. पहले strands है, strands की spinning होगी, फिर वो thread बनेगा. Okay. The longer fibers of wool are used to make sweaters. जो लंबी लंबी fibers होते हैं ना, the longer fibers of wool are used for making sweaters. And the shorter fibers, the छोटे छोटे fibers हैं, उनसे क्या बनेगा? They are used to spin and weave woolen clothes. I hope I am clear. I will repeat. The longer fibers are used to make sweaters. The shorter fibers are used to spin and weave woolen clothes. So these are the steps which are involved in wool production. This is how wool production is going on in the wool industries. Okay. Next, we are going to discuss about silk. As we all know that we are getting silk from silkworms, isn't it? From where do we get silk? We get silk from silkworms, isn't it? And I want to say that the silk fibers which are derived from silkworm, and they are also known as the animal fibers, isn't it? Silk fibers are known as animal fibers because they are derived from silkworm. Silk is produced by a moth, and the name of that silk moth and the name of, okay, I will be telling you scientific name afterwards. Let me discuss about the silk moth first. Silk is produced by a moth species. Moth is a species, and then its name is silk moth. Okay, silk is produced by silk moth. The scientific name for silk producing moth is Bombyx mori. Bombyx mori. I hope you all know how to write the scientific name of particular species, isn't it? Bombyx. Bombyx. If you are writing Bombyx, then B should be in capital letter, and the other name, that is the genus name. First one is the species, next one is the genus. Bombyx is species, mori is genus. Okay, mori. If you are writing mori, mori, then M should be in small letter. Okay, so this is how scientific name is written. So the scientific name for the silk producing moth, the scientific name for silk moth is Bombyx mori, and it is one of the most beautiful moths ever found. It's very beautiful. Let us talk about sericulture. What is sericulture? Sericulture is the breeding and management of silkworms for the production of silk. Very easy, very simple, isn't it? Sericulture involves breeding and management of silkworms. For what purpose? For the production of silk. Okay. Now next we are going to discuss about life cycle of silk moth. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the life cycle of silk moth. So please try to understand it very properly. Okay. And I will be discussing it step by step. Okay. Firstly, the female species of silk moth is shorter and stouter than the male counterpart. Okay, silk moth, there is one male and other one is female, and the female silk moth is shorter and stouter than the male counterpart. Means female is shorter in size, okay, in comparison to the male. The female attracts the male by secreting pheromones. Okay, the female moths are able to secrete means produce karna. Okay, they are able to secrete pheromones, and it is due to the secretion of pheromones that the male get attracted to the females. I hope I am clear. Okay, then what happens? The female species of silk moth lay eggs on leaves. Okay, the female silk moth, they lay eggs on leaves. Can you see the picture over here? This is the silk moth. It is laying eggs on this leaves. Okay, these are the leaves. Okay, these are the eggs they are laying in that are laid on the leaf. Okay, then the female silk moth has laid the egg. After about 20 days, these eggs then hatch out into larvae. These eggs hatch out into larvae. These hatched larvae are called silkworms or caterpillars. Okay, the larvae which are hatching out from the eggs are known as caterpillars, and the other name for caterpillar is silkworm. Okay. The silkworms are continuously fed on finely chopped mulberry leaves. Now they have got the silkworms from the egg. Larvae is formed. Larvae is called the silkworm. These larvae, that is the silkworms, they feed upon finely chopped mulberry leaves. उनको mulberry leaves खिलाया जाता है. Okay, and these they continuously they are grabbing it. They are just taking it. Okay, they are eating those finely chopped mulberry leaves for about 6 weeks. Continuously for 6 weeks they are eating those finely chopped mulberry leaves. Okay, next step. During this period when they are feeding, okay, during this period they grow in size. Okay, as they are feeding, they are growing in size, and their glands that produce silk, they develop and attain 1/3 the size of the larvae. Okay, so as I told you, they are continuously eating the mulberry leaves. Mulberry leaves खा रहे हैं, and when they are feeding on the mulberry leaves, they are growing in size also. वो बड़े हो रहे हैं, and when they are growing in size, side by side, other thing is also developing. That is their glands. They are having glands inside their body, and these glands produce silk. Develop. The glands which they are having. Okay, these glands are able to produce silk. Okay, and those glands are also developing. I will repeat again. The silkworms, they feed on mulberry leaves for about 6 weeks. So during this period they grow in size, and as a result they are growing in size. Their glands are also developing. Their glands that produce silk, they are also developing. I need to say this over here. And as a result, they are, as I told you, they are growing and they are attaining about 1/3 the size of the larvae. And at this stage, silkworm is ready to enter the next stage of its life cycle called the pupa stage. So this was the larva stage. अभी larva stage चल रहा था, जबकि वो लोग खा रहे थे mulberry leaves को feed किए. उसके बाद they are growing in size. Their glands that produce silk, they also develop, and it has attained the size 1/3 the size of the larva. At this stage now, it is about to enter the next stage. अब ये next stage के लिए ready हो रहा है. Okay, the next stage of its life cycle is called the pupa stage. Okay, what happens in pupa stage? Pupa holds itself by weaving a net around its body by swinging its head from side to side in the form of H. Can you see pupa over here? This is pupa. Okay, in this stage, pupa is able to hold itself. वो अपने आप को होल्ड करके रखते हैं. How? By weaving a net. They are able to weave a net around its body. Okay? By weaving a net. How it is weaving its net? By swinging its head. Okay? This pupa, they swing its head in the form of side by side. Side to side, they will be swinging its head in the form of 8. Okay? In the form of 8, they will be swinging its head. And as a result, the net is woven around its body. I hope I am clear. when they are swinging the head in this manner, when they are swinging their head, the silkworm secretes a wet sticky substance. So when they are swinging their head in the form of H, then at that time they secrete a wet sticky substance. Okay, गीला गीला sticky substance secrete होती है, produce होती है. This substance is made up of protein. Okay, जो substance, ये जो substance secrete हुई है, ये जो substance produce हुई है, it is made up of protein, and this substance gets hardened on exposure to air. उनको हवा लगा फिर वो hard हो जाते हैं. Okay, I hope I am clear. The sticky substance is formed, the sticky substance is produced. This sticky substance is made up of protein, and when it is getting exposed to air, अगर जब उनको हवा लगता है तो वो hard हो जाता है. Okay, the substance gets hardened and it becomes silk fiber. Okay, अब ये silk fiber बन गया. Then what will happen? The silkworm is completely covered by silk fibers. Okay, this silkworm is completely covered by silk fibers. I have told you how it has completely covered with silk fiber. Okay, so this covering is known as cocoon. Okay, this one is cocoon. Can you see the picture over here? This is how cocoon is formed. Okay, so this covering is known as cocoon. I hope I am clear. So please try to understand, students. Try to understand. I will be ending my topic, today's topic over here only. I will be discussing the rest ones in our in our next class. I will be discussing it. Thank you. Okay.